Spiritual progress requires focus. Can't be distracted. One of the things, today we went to TPC and the Players Championship, and we took our players over there to watch the professionals. I mean, these guys are the top golfers in the world. Now, you know, when I play golf, I think I'm playing golf, but when I watch those guys, I'm like, I'm not playing golf. You know, a good analogy is like, you know, when you're singing in the shower, you think, you know, you should record a concert, but then when you hear somebody else sing, you're like, I ain't singing at all, and I just don't sound good when I hear them sing. You know, I sound really, really bad. I'm just making a joyful noise in the Lord. I just don't sound good. That's the analogy with golfers. You know, when I'm playing golf, I think I'm good, but when I watch a professional, I find out that I'm really not good. But we took them over to watch the professionals. And what always mesmerizes me by watching these professionals is their amazing focus. How there could be thousands of people out there in the gallery, many people heckling them, many people calling them out of their name, many people saying jokes about them. Not only them, but there's cameras everywhere, there's bad weather, there's wind, sometimes there's rain, there's bad elements. But beyond all of that, what really amazes me is the focus that they can have to hit that little 2.5-inch ball with all of those dimples on it and to get it to land on the green. And it's simply because of the focus that they had, that they don't allow all of the outside elements, they don't allow all of the outside things to keep them from doing their mission and keep them from doing what they need to do in order to get the ball in the hole. It is the same way with us as believers. We can't allow the outside elements, we can't allow the wind, we can't allow the rain, we can't allow the hecklers, we can't allow the liars and the haters, and we can't allow the devil to get us distracted. We've got to keep our focus on the God. We got to keep our focus on the cross. We got to keep our focus on the blood. We got to keep our focus on heaven. We got to keep our focus on our destiny. We got to keep our focus on our purpose, and we cannot allow all of these distractions to keep us from doing what God has called us to do. It takes focus to be great. It takes focus to do what God has called you to do. It takes focus to be anointed. It takes focus to do what God. You cannot be grown and you cannot be distracted by childish things. You have got to do what God has called you to do. You cannot be a lion and be distracted by a little mouse. You have got to be focused. You cannot be a tiger and be distracted by a small little bug. You have got to get focused if you're going to be great in the kingdom, if you're going to be mighty in the kingdom, if you're going to be powerful in the kingdom. You have got to have laser focus. And that's why Paul says, but this one thing I do, this one thing, it is not many things, it's this one thing. He's talking about pursuing Christ. He's talking about going after God. He's talking about praying in the Spirit. He's talking about getting in the Word. He's talking about getting in worship. He's talking about getting in praise. He's like, I know what they're talking about in the news. I know there's wars and rumors of wars. I know there is financial calamity. I know there's sickness everywhere. But what he is telling us is that we've got to have focus in this moment. We got to have focus in this time, because if we're not, we're going to lose in this race. We're going to get far behind. But I hear the Spirit of God saying, do not lose your focus. Do not lose the focus that he's given us, because if we keep our focus, we shall win the prize and we shall do great things. Somebody ought to give God praise right there, because he has called us to have great focus.